How you doing, guys? It's Wednesday night, and you're listening to Levels of Wrestling. This is Lowdown, and we are live from the USA tonight. Mixed change. Craig and Paul, same camera for a change. Very different. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying what we do. If you do, please give us a like, share, subscribe on YouTube, and then when you're done there, you can head over to Twitter, tell your friends, maybe send us in a couple of questions. You're looking for at Level or Low, or tonight you're looking for at Y2Stump with a P. This guy.
That's me. This is life. This is real life. This shows how tall Craig really is. See?
I just felt I had to show off there.
Yeah.
Don't make me stand up.
See? Yeah.
So tonight we're going to discuss the usual crap, plus all the added extras with the fallout from SummerSlam, TakeOver, and of course this week's Raw. How'd you find it?
Well, the usual crap. Hold on, sir. You are here in the land of the free, the home of the brave.
Sorry, the unusual crap? What would you rather we went with?
4th of July, blue jeans, New Balance shoes. This is...
Damn New Balance has been going on about that for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm still not going to buy a pair.
Welcome to America. That's all I got to say.
America's been nice so far.
Yeah.
I mean, good 3-day wrestling event. New York was nice. Nearly died in Harlem. It was all good, though. All good.
I got to say, that it is a wonder that things didn't go worse in Harlem, considering a gigantic Scottish man with pink headphones in Harlem at night.
Yeah, go on. Continue.
Things may not have boded well, but fortunately, you were here. You're in the middle of nowhere. You're on the opposite side of New York and the complete opposite of Harlem.
If you can't tell from my usual skin color, pink goes well with me. Like, I'm generally pink, so pink headphones, they just blend in.
Oh, and I am normally this sweaty. So, yes, wrestling.
Yeah. Let's tell you what. Let's start off with SummerSlam. How'd you find it?
How did I find it? Doesn't matter how I found it. You were fucking there, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was good live, and it was obviously great seeing everyone. Saw Mick Foley, Taker, Brock, all those kind of things. It was mind blowing. I mean, being like my first couple of events, kind of seeing it live kind of takes your breath away a little bit. You don't realize quite how loud the pyro is until you're in the arena and you jump out your chair pretending not to be scared.
I gotta say though, you picked probably the best 3 days of wrestling that someone could possibly pick. You got to see it. You got to see it all. You got to see a 5-star women's match on Saturday. You got to see a pretty solid show on Sunday, and then Monday.
Yeah, we saw Raw.
You got to see the surprise return of the Dudleys. You got to see Sting in a surprise return. I mean, that's a great 3-day weekend, sir.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, the only way it could have been improved is if the crowd weren't such idiots come Raw. But I mean, other than that, it was still a really good weekend.
Though they were okay. Other than that, though, I mean, they were a lot more tame for SummerSlam than I would have figured.
Yeah, I think for me as well. I mean, the difference between like the TakeOver crowd and the SummerSlam crowd was literally just the fact there was more children, and other than that, the atmosphere was exactly the same.
Right. Yeah, and what's funny though is that I don't know if you could tell live, but definitely on TV, you could hear like how deep the voices were for the NXT crowd. So you could tell that there was a very male-dominated.
Oh, that was all women. That was all women.
Well, New York ladies.
Says it all, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, TakeOver was really, really good though. The crowd were fantastic for that. Like, blew me away. We were only maybe 8-9 rows from the front. Seeing like Sasha and Bayley, that was the first time I've ever been genuinely impressed by a ladies match.
Really?
Yeah, like properly.
You didn't care. Away. You didn't care for the Sasha Becky Lynch one?
Nope.
Really?
Well, it was good, but I mean, it's the first time I've cared about a match.
Oh,
like, I can appreciate the match was good,
okay.
but
I get you. The story going in,
yeah,
and then the story that they told inside the ring. Yeah, you know what? For more in-depth coverage on that, you can go check us out on the app where we did an NXT recap show. So look at that, cheap plug.
And if you want to get the app, head to the Google Store. You can only get it on Android just now. And if you're not going there, you can head over to levelsofwrestling.podbean.com and you can hear it on there, as well as all the other episodes of Lowdown, all the episodes of Breakdown, Just Saying, Mind of Carnage, Ringside Ramblers, and of course the Wrestle Addicts as well. Don't forget as well, once you finish listening to us tonight, you can head over to Rant with Ant, and I believe you can actually call in and speak to him tonight, and it's kind of taking rants over the phone.
Hopefully he doesn't get two handsome fellas that call in and possibly crash his show.
I heard some German guy called Gustav was going to phone. But we're not sure.
Yeah, I heard that as well. But you know what though,
Yeah.
when you're doing the plugs for the app and everything, you always forget that on iTunes, this is how easy it is. Watch. Now then, I open up my phone. Okay, now then, I go to this thing. It's called Podcast right there. Now then, I click on that, and boom, there's Levels of Wrestling. See how easy that is.
That's what happens when you're an Apple snob. Just stick with Android.
Oh, it's only because, I have seen you holding an iPhone, and it seriously looks to be the size of.
Okay, yeah, I dwarf phones. Just give me a tablet and it looks regular. We've all seen.
Yeah. It looks like I'm sure most of the people that are listening probably don't remember that for a while there, the growing trend was that you wanted a smaller phone. That was the thing. And a normal size iPhone in Craig's hand looks like the smallest phone possible.
Yeah, it's literally the size of my palm. Like
palm.
my palm.
Yeah.
Yeah, with an L. Sorry, a palm.
Sorry, we're in America here. My Pam. I thought you were talking about fucking cooking spray. Good Christ.
It's all right. I've already been stopped once for tomatoes and not tomatoes.
No, that's all right because over here, people do say tomato, that type of thing. So that one's fine. But palm, like a palm tree.
Yeah, palm. There's no L. It's a silent L. It's a palm.
Yeah. Trying to throw the L in there, then you're trying too hard.
Palm.
Yeah, palm. Who says that? Jeez.
It just doesn't even sound like a word anymore. We just said palm too
My
much.
gosh, look at that. We had some ghost voice trying to throw an L in the palm.
That's what happens when you sit in a basement.
Yes, my parents' basement. Look at us, super duper uber nerds.
We literally just became the biggest nerds. We're sitting in your mom's basement.
Yeah.
Or your mom's basement.
It's true. It really is true. We're in my mom's basement talking wrestling. Mind you, though, I do own we do own our own house. I am married and I do have kids. So go fuck yourself.
He doesn't.
I've bucked the trend. Anyway, wrestling.
Favorite match from TakeOver? Go.
The women's match by far. That was to me that was a 2-match card. Really a 1.5 match card because that Bayley Sasha Banks match was so good just from top to bottom. It reminded me of old school wrestling, the things that I love about wrestling. Storytelling in the ring. Sasha Banks does the little things that no one else does, which is fundamentals. Work a body part. She does it every match. Every match that she's given time. And she's masterful at it. And she's only 23 and she's only going to get better. Hopefully.
Gotta say, I loved her entrance as well, which was really impressive.
Oh, it was great. Made her feel big time.
Yeah, have 4 security guards with 4 or 5 come out and just walk her to the ring.
I can't count.
Yeah, we need to do that more often. I mean, even if they use rookies from NXT, just drag her out every week.
It made her feel big time. How did you feel about the curtain call afterwards? Was it breaking kayfabe?
I'm completely fine with that. I think we've got to a point now where it's like we know that they were friends. They've spoke about it a lot. It's very clear that they're women who wrestle with respect for each other, which is partially what the whole Divas Revolution is meant to be. I hate using the word diva. It's a women's revolution. Let's say that from now on.
Is what it's meant to be, not exactly what it is. How much better would that show have been if when the show ends, it ends with that women's match, you see all 4 of them holding their hands up, and then the little NXT logo comes up in the bottom, and then it goes black. How much better of a show would it have felt?
To me, no difference.
See, to me, just watching it at home, it would have felt much bigger because that Baylor Owens match couldn't live up to what we had just seen before that.
I would completely agree. It's the same reason that I said they couldn't have put on who was it? They couldn't have put on Brock and Brock and Taker straight after Cena and Rollins. It just didn't make sense because it made Brock and Lesnar look that little bit worse.
Right. But what's awesome though, what I really loved about this weekend shows was that it showed that there is no such thing as the death spot. Because you know how we're used to on the bigger shows that you have to shove in that stupid woman's match. Well, what used to be the stupid woman's match, or some nothing tag team match between right before the main event, just to cool down the crowd. And this weekend showed that that's not needed. I mean, because we went from 5-star match, borderline 5-star match to main event. And then on Sunday, we went from Owen Cesaro, which arguably match of the night. Great match. Those two went out there, killed each other into the main event. So hopefully, this is a sign of things to come that things can change. That classic Vince thinking on pro wrestling isn't always right.
I would be really intrigued to see how much Vince had input-wise with SummerSlam this year, because to me it felt very much more, I want to say modernized, like it was a different style of show. Like you said,
right.
It's not the same thinking.
Right. Even from the start with Jon Stewart and Mick Foley, I mean, that came off as genuine and funny, and which WWE doesn't always do well, especially funny. Their humor usually falls flat. Unless it's really on the performer, and unless it's somebody like, Big E dancing, which,
Big E dancing is possibly the funniest thing on the roster.
No, it's the greatest thing.
Yeah, no, it works so well, but it's funny as hell.
Oh, it's wonderful.
I just, the New Day in general, before any of the shows started that I was at this weekend, whether it be NXT, SummerSlam, or Raw, there was a New Day Rocks chant started.
This is what frightens me about it, though, that they're going to turn them face. Like full-time baby face, and then it's going to go back to the stupid gimmick that didn't work and where I would make fun of you every week about it.
I think so long as they stick with the same stuff they're doing, they can still be face.
No,
don't label it.
You got to stay heel.
I mean, what they're doing just now comes off as being face with the promos at the start, but then as they work the match, they're heel. I mean, that to me is the interesting part. Like, you've got Big E tagging in and stomping, and then Kofi switches places with him, and they keep doing that.
Well, that's Vince logic of going, well, they all look the same. Referee, I can't tell, the referee can't tell.
Man, talk about referees not telling. How did the Taker Brock finish come across on television?
On TV, it came off better after the match was over. Because they really missed the right camera angle live with it. They nailed it on the replay. Showing the replays, you could really see that Taker was tapping out. If we would have been given that angle from live, it would have came off a lot better. Because it was more of just confusion. My first thought was, oh fuck, it's Kane, isn't it? It's Kane over there ringing the bell. How did it come off live?
Confusing, very much the same as TV. You didn't see Taker tap until they showed it on the big screens.
Mm-hmm.
It literally looked like there was no movement from Taker's Hall. He was just flailing around. It didn't look like he tapped. Ring bell, kind of went, and then the ref just looked pissed. There was no reaction other than that. Taker kind of lay there on the ground for a minute. Heyman freaked out. Brock moved, and then he low blowed him again, which cements Taker as the heel. I will say this again: Taker is now the heel. He's the heel.
He has found his kryptonite. That's it. Brock Lesnar's one kryptonite is not wearing a cup. He's not the smartest guy in the world.
I would love that to be the thing that stops Taker doing that the next round. Yeah.
When did we talk about that? Did we talk about that on the NXT show or Podcast Orgy? I don't remember, but on one of them, Anthony said that, that's what he should do is wear a cup. And that's how he prevents Taker from beating him with a low blow. Which, you know what, really, do that for the third match.
Yep.
But that match, though, that felt like redemption for the both of them, especially Undertaker, because that was the match that they wished they had at WrestleMania.
Right, and I mean, the fact that the match itself was better proves that Taker can still work.
Yeah.
But the whole stuff with him collapsing when they leave, I mean, that was just storytelling, surely. I mean, I don't think he genuinely collapsed.
I don't know. You were there.
I mean, to me, when we saw it, it looked like he tripped. But the video makes it look like he collapsed.
No, because he's got bad knees. You could see through his nice leather pants. Big Stone Cold Steve Austin size knee braces. So
I genuinely didn't pay attention to his knees.
You could see it like when he got F5 through the table. Because my first thought was, oh shit, his knees, and then oh man, his little tiny bird chest. Is crazy.
I love that was your first thought. I saw his ribs hit the edge of the table. And I was just like, he's done.
Yeah, because the guy's 6'10" and gravity and such.
6'10".
Well, he used to be like 6'11". And
yeah, he used to be big, and now he's getting old and frail and shrinking.
Oh, you realize he looks like Kelsey Grammer?
Oh yeah, yep.
He looks like Fraser Crane.
Yeah, and we now realize as well that Shawn Michaels and Jim Duggan are the same
The
person.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Shawn Michaels are slowly becoming the same person. Look at their eyes, people. We actually watched Legends House today, and you could see the eyes. One this way, one this way. Summer eye.
Oh, broken eyes.
Yeah, it's bad.
And they're both getting old. Just put the beard and the hat on them both, and it's all good.
Yeah, put a shotgun in Hacksaw's hand, and yeah, and he looks just like Shawn Michaels.
Shotgun in one hand and a plank in the other.
Put a what?
2x4.
2x4?
Americans.
Yeah, I was gonna say a shotgun and a Bible, and you couldn't tell the two apart. So
Shotgun and a Bible would work, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You just get Sean to yell ho every time he sees someone.
No, that's against his stuff. You remember the DX?
We will not say ho.
The DX reformation, and every time Triple H had to go do something nefarious, he had to leave screen.
Yeah.
God, that was
PG.
Yeah, that was the worst.
Well, it was different to give Sean character. Why not?
Different means bad. That's what it
That's
means.
Vince logic.
That different means bad.
Oh, Vince, he's different. Get him off TV.
Get him off TV, damn it. And why are you people singing happy birthday to me? That had to have been the worst rendition of happy birthday I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Hunter sings so off key. It was great.
It wasn't good.
No, I mean, the arena was loud. I was very loud in the arena.
On TV, you could really hear those two. Mostly so.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
They were really bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
I don't even like singing happy birthday, but those guys sucked.
No, spoiler, you're singing it in a little bit.
No, awesome.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Oh, made me feel like a dick.
Yeah.
Good times, good times.
Same.
Yeah, how did you feel about the women's match, though, at SummerSlam? Obviously, the one at NXT kind of blew everyone out the water.
It was such a disappointment, and it shows how they don't get it. Sasha Banks was arguably the biggest star Saturday night. And then on Sunday, she is an afterthought. She was barely highlighted in the match outside of, a dive to the floor, which, didn't come off very well. It just shows how they don't get it. I mean, they gave those ladies over 10 minutes, and they got the biggest star of the division, the one person that doesn't need anybody else. They got her out of there quick as could be. And it was real disappointing. It really seems like Becky Lynch is going to be the first breakout star from these NXT ladies coming up. And that's fine. I think that she's probably the weakest worker out of the bunch. But, I mean, hey, if she gets the belt off Nikki Bella, I don't care. I don't care who does it. You can bring back Tina. I don't care. You can put Great Khali in a wig. I don't care.
Just get the belt of Nikki.
Yeah, you know what? Scratch that idea with Khali in the thing. Bring back Vicky Guerrero.
That was
to take that belt off. Ouch, I'm getting poked.
See, I can't remember who I said it to, but Team PCB this week on Miz TV looked like they should have had like a three-way triple threat to see who faces Nikki.
Right.
And then the two that didn't win feud. So let's put Charlotte and Nikki against each other. Have Charlotte take the belt, and then have Paige and Becky feud.
That would require a little bit of effort on the part of the writing staff when it's so much easier to just go, oh, well, you guys are mean girls. You're together. You three, you're all the same color. You're together. You three are the others. You're together. And that's it. It sounds stupid and closed-minded. And did I say simple? I'm going to say it again. But that's pro wrestling. That's Vince McMahon. That's sports entertainment. That's WWE. And if you're offended by that, don't be mad at me. Be mad at the product, because it's nothing new to any of us. This is something that they've done forever. Remember the Attitude Era when it was the Gang Wars, and you had the Nation versus the White Trash Bikers, and then Los Boricuas. I mean, this is nothing new. This is lazy booking, and it sucks. I mean, these NXT girls coming up should be something huge instead of Stable Wars.
Stable Wars. That sounds like the next DVD they're going to release.
No, that's what you're going to see at Oni's house.
Wow. Okay.
Stable Wars.
There's no war. I'm letting that horse win straight away.
No, it's probably a good idea.
Just run.
Yeah.
The horse can have its own sleeping space. I'm not going anywhere near that horse.
They sleep standing up, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Do they? Oh, horses lie down.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they?
Can someone research this? Tweet us.
I know cows do, right?
Tweeting at Y2Sump. Do horses sleep lying down?
Do they?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I've never seen one.
We have listeners. You can tweet that in. Because it's more interesting than Raw, especially the Divas match on Raw, because the crowd hated that. And the Divas did not like the reaction they got.
Yeah, that's the part that chapped my ass. Is that you have Paige tweets out how upset she was about it, and here's the thing: do better. You can't expect to be placed on an even playing field and then get upset when the crowd turns on you. I mean, they did it a couple years ago with Randy Orton and Sheamus. Orton was visibly upset during the match. Sheamus, he played professional and he did his thing and he just kept motoring on. But you know what? That's part of the business. You roll with it. Guess what? You're not going to be hit every night. You're going to get booed sometimes. Sometimes the crowd's going to sit on their hands. Sometimes they're going to say, Roman's sleeping. Sometimes they're going to say you fucked up. It happens. Know your city. That's on the bookers. That's on the agents. That's on all of them for those segments failing.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I think you can't have a Divas Revolution and then complain that they were treated unfairly when it came to their match.
Right.
I mean, the crowd admittedly were tired. It didn't help that Nikki Bella was awful that night. Brie Bella was just as bad.
Mm-hmm.
But the match in itself, it wasn't awful. It just wasn't good. And it wasn't up to the par of what they'd seen over the last 2 days from the women.
Right.
And I think that really came down to it. As far as the crowd doing the Mexican wave and shouting, "We are awesome," yeah, we're an awesome crowd, but let's not tell everyone.
Yeah, but you know what, though? That's nothing new. That's something that we've seen before. I mean, remember the night after WrestleMania, a few years ago.
Right, I saw loads of people complaining about that, actually, saying that it was a bad crowd and the way they did it was inappropriate and gave disrespect to the Divas. I don't think it was. They would have done it to the guys as well. They did it to Orton and Sheamus earlier in the night.
To me, that area is a very smart area when it comes to pro wrestling. Always has been. The WWE has always been referred to as working in New York. So, that's what they're synonymous with. It's a very smart crowd. And, they had 3 days worth of action. And I would say you could not expect a better response than how they were. I mean, I was expecting a whole lot worse. I mean, you look at Roman Reigns, I was expecting this guy to get totally pooped on. And, I mean, the worst he got is a Roman sleeping chant, which got him moving. So, it worked. And that was fun, though. And I'm sure if you asked him, he would say, you know what? That was good. They got me.
I would actually hope he would. I mean, Roman himself didn't get a bad boo, like you said.
No, he got a good response.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of cheers for Roman. I think that's a really good thing. It's a good sign.
Right.
It was worse on Raw the following night. I'm not quite sure why.
It was probably a smarkier crowd because that's usually what you're going to get with Raw. Because I mean, SummerSlam tickets are more expensive, so that's just it. That's basic. That's basic economics. Word life. Basic economics. Oh,
well, please release that.
I'm working on it.
I mean, me and Ann have already been told that we have to have a wrap-off at some point and record it, so you're going to now have to release a wrap-off.
You know what that was? That was a sneak preview of John Cena's heel theme that they were working on.
John Cena, the politician.
Yeah, he was going to go basic economics. So it would have been good.
And then he can talk about plate tectonics and electronics. I'm okay with it.
Hold on. Let me write this shit down.
We're getting an album.
Because those are words that I know stuff. Speaking of John Cena.
You can't text me. It's coming. It's coming. Anyway, speaking of John Cena.
Now that... John Cena. Losing the belt.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Now then, Seth Rollins is now he's world champion. He's U.S. champion. He is everything that Triple H says he is. He is the man. Here's my problem with that is that no matter how many titles, no matter how many segments, no matter how many promos you give this guy, it's just not working.
His promos are really dry. I there's some of them are okay, and the rest I can't get behind.
He's improved 110%. I'll say that much. He still has angsty 14-year-old voice, but that's something that's not going to change. It's just him. That's just who he is. He has an annoying voice. I probably do too. No, I don't. But this just isn't working. I mean, have a Jon Stewart come out there and cost Cena the belt. That was just the worst possible finish. No, you know what? That's not the worst possible finish I could think of. It was the finish least likely to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't like it. I mean, Cena has done too much for that U.S. title for it to now be gone like this, because Rollins isn't going to defend it every week. It's not. It's going to lose that prestige that Cena had put behind it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, my worry is that Rollins is now going to pull double duty. We're going to see too much of him. He gets to play cocky heel even longer, and then Triple H gets to act like it's his thing, which I'm okay with.
I mean,
until we get more crap promos.
I mean, his whole run so far has felt to me like a Triple H tribute act, is what it feels like to me. And I'm not saying that in a good way.
Yeah, no, I would agree. That's very much like when Triple H had the world title, and then he had the tag title with it. And then when they beat, was it Taker and Kane?
I don't know.
It was like for the tag titles and the IC and US title.
I don't remember thinking.
Yeah, it was something like that. Triple H had the IC and the world title.
Yeah, he owned everything. That's not how to get somebody over, is by shoving them down your throat and going, no, you will respect this person. This person is getting over. It will get over. You will react. That's just not the way things work. And to now blatantly rip off Ring of Honor again. Not only are you trying to run them out of business by booking NXT in the same city as them.
Worked well, though.
It worked well, and they're doing it again in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
And
sassy. I said in Harlem too long.
That's right. And you know what? And I'm sure because they're going over to the UK, and I'm sure ROH is probably doing like an is probably doing like a UK show over there too. So that's probably why
PCW. Yeah, they work with them.
Yeah. So these are old Vince tactics of running the same city and killing the crowds. Because I heard that ROH show on Saturday night was lights out. I know that the card was stacked. It was very New Japan heavy.
There was zero attention though.
There was nobody fucking there. And that's unfortunate. But you know what? Hey, mission accomplished, guys. I hope you're happy because we've already seen what pro wrestling landscape looks like with zero competition. It's not good.
Yep, agreed. I mean, what we spoke about earlier with Daniel Bryan, I mean, if he was ever to move, he's the only one that can really move the needle now.
Yeah, there's very few guys that can move the needle, that could go to a different company and make a difference. John Cena, Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Triple H.
Even Punk now, I don't see it happening. I don't think it would move the needle as much as it would have 2 years ago.
Well, yeah, but you know what though, he's still a name. He's still relevant.
Yeah.
He's more relevant than most.
Maybe like Angle moving again.
No, Kurt Angle means nothing nowadays. I mean, he's a marble mouth, the yutz at this point.
I swear I was hacked. No, you were drunk.
Yeah, you were drunk again. Contemplating what had gone wrong in your life and how you lost your wife to fucking Jeff Jarrett. Nah.
And then we're gonna put it on TV and let everyone see it.
Yeah, we're gonna play it out live. Yeah, because you hadn't already been put on Death Watch by WWE, and that's why you got released. Yeah, we're gonna make it worse.
Yeah, Kurt Angle had it really bad in those 3 years, didn't he? I mean, he put himself in those situations, but it was really bad.
It's a wonder that he is. It's a wonder he's still alive. It really is. And that's not hyperbole. That's me not trying to, just talk shit and be a dummy. It really is a wonder. Because he's dealt with a lot of substance abuse issues.
Drink driving.
Yep, drunken and drivings. Getting fired by WWE. I mean, all those things. Losing your family. That's. Those are things that with a fragile mind that's not
Scary
in its
place.
right frame.
Scary place.
Yeah, I mean, he could easily been a Benoit. I'm glad he is.
Although speaking of people jumping ships, like much like Angle did back in the day, Dudley's.
Dudley's.
Yeah, the Dudley's making their return. That was amazing live. Incredible live. No one saw it coming. It was kept a secret all day. No one apparently in the crew knew except for production and Triple H.
That was awesome.
Well, Triple H, Vince, and the production crew. To me, that's incredible. Like, they've finally kept a secret.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays keeping a secret is the most impossible thing to do in pro wrestling. In anything, really. I mean, to keep a secret in the age of Facebook and Twitter is impossible. But they managed to do it, and God damn it, it worked great. I love the Dudleys. They still have a lot left in the tank, especially Bubba. And I really hope that he's going to get a run here.
A solo or tag?
Tag and then solo, because I know Devon, he's been on and off about retiring and everything, so.
I'd be kind of cool if they fancy putting the US title on one of them.
It doesn't matter. I mean, Bubba's the type of guy where now you just bring him in to put over young guys.
Yeah, I could work with that. I think it's cool that they've signed a multi-year deal and they've signed, full-time deals. It's not like a part-time kind of, hey, we've pulled our finger out our asses and try to do it.
Krista wants an invite.
Okay,
so,
we can.
Look at that. There we go. We're talking chop.
Now you guys get to see behind the scenes.
Yeah, this is behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else want one while I'm here?
Anybody else want to come on? Anybody?
If you're listening, we'd like to know.
Just let us know.
In fact, at this point, we'll take anyone. Let's have some fun.
Hey,
hi, Krista.
Speaking of anybody.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good. You got out of work then, did we?
Yes, we did.
How was work?
Gone.
I think it was good.
That sounds like it was really
good.
fun.
Well, I just have to say that when people deal with their vehicles, they can be really disgusting.
Yeah.
Details.
What was the worst thing you found?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And there's no sound.
Sign off, sign back on again. It'll all sort.
Yeah, that thing.
Your lips are moving, but you're not saying anything.
I'm saying plenty. You just can't hear me.
Yeah.
Everyone else can hear you.
Yeah, we're talking about dirty cars.
Yeah. Dirty cars.
Dirty cars.
Dirty cars.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah, Bubba making US title run, though, I'd be okay with that. I mean, tag run, that'd be good. That would actually elevate the belts a bit as well, in my opinion, if they used them right.
The beauty part of them being there is that they're just they're still relevant and big names. They can still work with anybody, and they're gonna put folks over. These are two guys that
I still can't hear you.
That don't have the world's biggest egos. Especially Bubba. What was it? Probably like a month ago, he was on TNA as like an authority figure, right? Because I don't watch that show.
Yeah, no, here's the funny thing. I heard Bubba did that as a favor. He didn't get paid for it, and therefore could have been signed to WWE for ages. Can you hear us now, Krista?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I heard, though, that Bubba had been signed to WWE and had did that as a favor. So basically, in the week that he had been on TNA, did the GM thing, got attacked by Jarrett. In that time, Devon had signed, and they had became a multi-year deal.
Oh.
Krista, how do you feel about Dudley's coming back?
Why not?
I'm so glad you said why not, and I apologize highly for all of us maybe talking about that when Raw was on.
That's all right.
Maybe causing a few spoilers.
Well, the thing is, though, is that it brings something back to the tag division. It brings experience back to the tag division. They don't necessarily have to be champs, but it can give people an opportunity to mix it up just a little bit, and they're always good for a show.
Right, yeah, I think experience is a big thing, actually. I hadn't really considered that. There's not many tag teams that have been there for more than,
I'd say the Usos are probably the longest.
Yeah, Usos and Primetime players.
Right.
And Primetime players, to me, are still kind of average. I wouldn't say they're ones that I would put new guys with and expect them to work well.
You know what, though? At the end of the year when we do an award ceremony, maybe.
Yeah, we will. The Lowies.
the Lowies.
Yeah.
You know what? They're getting my vote for most improved wrestlers, most improved team, whatever. Because they're playing their parts so well.
Who, the Usos or the Primetime?
Primetime players. Because I mean, Darren Young he's really settling into that role as a nice face in peril. You know, he's playing that classic Ricky Morton part, and Titus O'Neil is by far the best hot tag in the business.
Arguably.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's hot tag Titus. JBL talks about it because it's true. You know, he really is that good. When he comes in, you saw it at SummerSlam. He comes in and he cleared the entire ring.
Man, I wish that was a T-shirt. Hot Tag Titus.
It'll be coming out soon.
Wow, we should make that a T-shirt and sell it.
I just want it to be just a picture of Darren Young from his back and like looking behind him like that and going, you know, and then hot tag Titus. I don't know why it sounds dirty, but it does.
This sounds really dirty, and I know why it does. You're a terrible person.
Me
Yep.
too.
Krista, what was your favorite match over the weekend?
There was quite a few, actually. I really can't pick one. I can tell you what the worst one was.
Oh, please go ahead.
Yes.
The IC title.
Oh, don't pick on Big Show.
And Rusev and Ziggler, like, that was a waste of freaking air.
Yeah, Rusev Ziggler was fairly bad. I mean, even live, that was kind of slow. I felt in the arena, it kind of sucked some of the air out the building.
Yeah, I didn't mind.
You know,
I didn't mind
Good,
the green and red arrow versus Stardust and B&B. Although that's just a weird tag match. Stardust and King Barrett. Like,
I
that
kind of
was
liked
weird.
it.
It wasn't bad, but it just
Cosmic King was cool.
But it wasn't what you expect. But all in all, I mean, Stephen Amell, for the fact that he's not a wrestler, the match didn't go down too badly. So
Yeah. To me, I mean, Stephen Amell has just set the bar for any celebrities that come and wrestle now.
yeah.
Well, they did the smart thing by letting the actor act. Let him sell. Let him take a beating. That's smart. That's real smart. Because, you know, if you would have had Neville be the guy selling the entire time, then it would have been, oh geez, the actor comes in and cleans house. You know, this was smart. It wasn't classic WWE type booking. You know, it was something that we talked about on Podcast Orgy, which you can listen to on all our stuff.
On all our stuff. That's some good plugs.
All our stuffs. Now then, speaking of all our stuffs, Mr. Anthony DiStefano, he says that me and Craig sharing headphones is the cutest. And where's the stinking pink headphones?
Stinking pink headphones are back at Paul's house. We're in Paul's parents' basement.
Yeah.
If we'd known we were going to share them, we'd have brought them.
Yes. And he wants to know if for the Lowies, can we all wear suits on air?
Yes, we can wear suit jackets on air with no pants. No one's wearing pants, just suit jackets.
It's true.
I'll wear a dress, and
There you go. Class up
I
the
will
joint.
not be wearing a suit.
Okay.
But that's all right though, because you'll still be going with the no pants thing, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Because you know, dress is technically not pants.
And you can wear pants for a change, just no top. Glad we've decided. Because
Me?
I know he never wears pants, surely, when he's on air.
Oh, Anthony?
No, he's always talking about his wang.
Yeah, totally.
This is true.
Yeah.
I hope it's warm there, because if it's cold, then God bless.
It's
It's like a turtle in its shell.
Is it cold in your garage there, Ant?
Probably not. He's always sweating balls.
Mm-hmm.
If it's cold, then unfortunately he'll be carrying around a 30-cent sack of dimes.
30-cent sack of dimes. I like that.
That means nothing to me.
Put that on a shirt.
Think about it: a sack of dimes with only 3 dimes in it.
Okay, see, there we go. Now I know how much a dime's worth. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
I've
Sorry.
still been working on change. I've literally gave all my change to homeless people because I can't work it out yet.
Don't worry, we don't have homeless people here.
Yay!
So, it's we live in a safe community.
Let me just tell you that the copper one is a penny.
So that's the same as the UK.
Yeah, those ones are worthless.
Those are worthless. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't use
You
them.
can't even use. You don't even get pennies anymore in Canada. They've done what Australia does and round it up, or they round it down.
Australia, how can we trust them? They're a country of
Criminals.
miscreants and criminals and castaways.
I don't know much
Originally
about money.
from the
but
UK.
Yeah. We all come from the UK. I mean, Australia is full of us.
Yeah.
I mean, the Australian accent is literally the London accent slowed down because of the heat. Listen to it and trust me.
Oh, to me, it sounds like the southern version of British.
Yeah, I mean, you hear say like someone say "good day, mate," right? When you listen to that in London, it's "good day, mate." It's the same thing,
Yes.
but shortened because you know.
So, what's
what
your
they do.
theory about South African accents?
That's people that went from Australia after being in England and picked up a little bit of African.
Yeah.
Yeah, working all over this one.
Yeah. We're gonna have a dissertation about it at the end of the week.
10,000 words delivered to you. Guys, we're halfway through the show. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, please give us a like, share, subscribe on YouTube. You can head over to levelsofwrestling.podbean.com. You can hear ourselves, Mind of Carnage, Just Sing, Ringside Ramblers, and the Wrestle Addicts. You can also download our app, which is on the Google Play Store. Just search for Levels of Wrestling. You can only use that on Android. And if you're done there, because Paul's already yelled at me once for it, you can head to iTunes on podcast and search Levels of Wrestling.
There it is. It's that easy.
And here's the best part. If you feel like supporting any of the Low Family podcasts, or even ourselves, or generally just want to give us something to eat with, please head over to tpublic.com/users/Levels of Wrestling, where you can pick up one of our t-shirts. There's also t-shirts up for Mind of Carnage and the Wrestle Addicts, but you need to search those guys because I cannot remember the usernames.
Yeah, you got to ask Kate because he has that shit down. Like when he's pimping it, like he must have like a cue card just right off camera where the address is right there. Now then, Mr. DeStefano.
Again.
I'm glad we
Yes.
got a reply.
Now then, he says that Krista will wear an Ellen DeGeneres style suit and like it. And then he says, "I'm Italian. We don't experience shrinkage or a badly cooked dinner."
I can go with the dinner part. I'm not sure about shrinkage. We'll find out.
I definitely can say
you'll find
he's
out.
lying about the shrinkage.
He's already told me he's going to put it in my hand when I sleep. I'm worried. I'm going to
Well.
sleep on my hands.
No, well, then be afraid where he's going to put it. He's probably going to put it in your man bun.
Or in your ear.
In my ear. Wow, he is small.
Terrible.
They
tell you
said it, I didn't, Aunt.
It's all right. Well, I'll find out and I'll report back. We're halfway through the show, guys. Let's go with one of our usual segments. What is your pop and heat for this week? Paul, we'll start with you.
Oh, pop of the week easily. Sasha Banks and Bailey. Those two put on the best possible match that they could. Even the one kind of what? I'm not even going to talk about Bailey almost ending up in a wheelchair. Things happen in the middle of a match. That was no one's fault. Great match, logical title change. Felt like the right time. Storytelling leading up to and including the match was perfect. It brought a tear to Mick Ryan's eye. Yep.
Hi, Mick.
Hi, Mick. Brought a tear to his eye. And it was just as good of a match as you were gonna get. My heat of the week is going to go to Stephanie McMahon for sticking her big gigantic self into the NXT show. I mean, what was the point of having her there?
The same reason Triple H opened.
But at least he had a little more reason to be there. I mean, I still fucking hated it, and it still reeked of Triple H ego bullshit. But
But he's kind of running NXT, so you
Right.
expect him to be there.
right, yeah, for him to open the show, okay, fine, cool, I get it, I hated it, but it. But having Nipple H come out there, and,
Nipple H.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's her name. It's on her birth certificate.
Nipples as big as his nose.
Yes, it's Nipple H. But having her come out there and just interjecting herself into something
I
that
lost
she
you guys
has,
again. Hang on.
but interjecting herself into something that she has nothing to do with, just sucked. I mean, it didn't take me out of the show, but it was in 3 days worth of really good stuff. It's a little gripe, which absolutely fine. It was a great weekend.
Krista, what's your pop and heat?
She can't hear us. She left.
No, she left again. Okay, I'll do mine. My pop. This is actually really difficult. I enjoyed a lot of the stuff. This is really bad. I'm gonna go with my favorite pop of the week was watching New Day come out with a trombone. That was just genius. I loved it. I've loved both their entrances this week. And
Xavier Woods can play it too.
he can play it and he can sing, and Kofi can kind of sing, but Big E, you can dance.
Big E can dance.
You can dance, my friend. You can jiggle more than Jello. I said Jello, not jelly. Be proud. Yeah, but those guys to me are just like on point the whole time. Even before any of the shows started this week, there was a New Day Rocks chant, and then for that to go on through the entire show, that to me is a good sign. But again, like we said, it's worrying because they'll turn them face.
Mm-hmm.
Heat of the week. I don't want to say the crowds because I was there. Heat of the week probably goes to Summer Rae and Lana. They need to be in their own match, or they need to stop having that. That's really bugging me now. Rusev and Ziggler has gone on too long for them not to be in the match already.
Well, I mean, it feels like it's born anew. Because I mean, they never really had the match. So we got this pre stuff, and then now we're actually getting to the match type stuff. And honestly, I liked their match at SummerSlam. For once, Ziggler's over bumping works. When he's it made Rusev's offense look credible again. I like it when he overbumps to someone like Rusev, not to someone like Zack Ryder. So
yeah, it makes sense when it's a bigger guy.
Right. And the finish, I was even okay with the finish, but we all know that this is going to lead to a mixed tag match, which no one wants to see.
Crystal, what was your pop and eats?
Well, my pop was definitely, I have to agree with Paul. It was the match with Bayley and Sasha Banks, and then it did what it was supposed to do. And it basically allows kind of Sasha to wrap up whatever she needed to wrap up in NXT to move up to the main roster.
Okay. Heat?
My heat, well, it has to go to the ladies, a SummerSlam. That match was botch filled.
Oh man, if you thought that one was bad, the one on Raw was worse.
It was absolutely brutal to watch all these ladies, and it shouldn't happen for the most part. Like, I can see botches coming from Team Bella, but like for Paige and Charlotte and those botches shouldn't happen.
Yeah, but Paige botched pretty bad at one point, which I was a little taken back.
And she did botch fairly badly, and that shouldn't happen with some of those ladies that have been doing this a long time. Now, they could have botched because of their opponent not being where they were supposed to be at the given moment. But the ladies' matches, sadly, are my heats, and it's unfortunate because they've been doing so well.
Has anybody on the roster regressed more than Paige? Because when she got called up,
Miz.
you look. Yeah, but Miz was never good.
Miz was never
character. He's a good character.
No, but I mean the position he was in, he's regressed.
No, I mean like in ring ability.
Okay.
I mean, she can't even put on a passable match at this point. And she was really crushing it in NXT. And when she came up, she was okay. And now she has what hopefully should be some pretty good opponents down the line. Once they get away from Gang Wars.
Who is this?
Wars 2015.
The Divas and all the teams like Team Bad, Team Bella, Team PCB, the Gang Wars.
I want to see a Team PCP. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
well, that would be an awesome team. Now that G-Rod from the Wrestle Addict, he said that his pop of the week is Rusev because he is one, and
he is a Rusev.
And my heat of the week is Lana and Ziggler, and rightfully so. Rusev is crushed.
Rusev is crushed.
Our own Rusev is crushed.
Poor dog Ziggler.
Poor.
Whatever happened to that poor dog?
Poor.
Did Rusev actually crush the dog?
No.
I don't know.
I hope not.
We know the guy, so.
G-Rod.
Ask him.
Anywho, where would you want to see you go? Obviously, for those who have seen Raw, you know the ending. Krista, have you seen Raw yet?
I didn't see the ending.
Okay. Do you mind if we talk about it?
Go
Or
ahead
would you...
and spoil it for me because I probably won't get around to it.
Cover your ears.
Okay, big statue. They were talking about Seth getting a statue, much like Andre and Ultimate Warrior. And, basically they brought it out in a big box, or they said they brought it out in a big box. And they revealed the box, and the box was Sting.
No, it wasn't.
Or Chris Benoit.
It was that. It was me. It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
Yeah, no, they left the box and it's Sting. and they've decided that it's going to be Sting versus Rollins at Night of Champions for the title. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this, and I like Sting. I just feel this is the worst opportunity they could have given him.
I changed my mind. I changed my mind. That is my heat of the week because that's just bad.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, it's always cool to see Sting. I mean, but I liked Sting when I was 8. Problem is that was like 30 years ago. He in no way, shape, or form should be in line for a title match. He should not be headlining a pay-per-view. Not in 2015. Is that what you were?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew.
We haven't time traveled yet.
Woo!
I have, but you haven't.
I'm working on it.
I've gone back in time.
Yeah, you have.
Yep.
How's the future?
No hoverboard yet.
Yeah, we got like those cool shoes that tie themselves.
Yeah.
Velcro. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because this isn't like Starcade. It's like, come on.
Night of Champions.
I want Starcade. Give me Starcade, please. But yeah, for him to be, this is everything that's wrong with WWE's booking. For them to not elevate young stars, to not be able to go, hey, you know what, we're going to trust so-and-so to main event this show. And instead we're going to go with, 78-year-old Steve Borden to main event a show with Seth Rollins for the title. It's just everything that's wrong with the company. Quit relying on part-timers, old-timers, some-timers, all-timers. So you got to move forward eventually. Move forward.
But who was ready then? I mean, that was the thing
Doesn't
that got
matter.
me. I couldn't pinpoint anyone that was in the right position.
Doesn't matter. You draw a name out of a hat. Do a beat the clock challenge, and then for the next 3 weeks, you make this person look like the baddest motherfucker on the planet. So it's that easy.
And this is the thing is, I mean, he could have faced off against Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose for the title, and that would have put butts in the seats. Nobody is going to buy a pay-per-view to watch, Sting wrestle against Seth Rollins. If it was Sting versus Undertaker, that's what everybody wants. They don't want to see Sting versus Seth Rollins. People turn in to see Seth Rollins with his ass handed to him, but they want to see it happen by Dean Ambrose or Roman Reigns. Even at this point, John friggin' Cena. Nobody wants to watch Sting work the ring. He's too friggin' old. It's painful watching Taker in the ring.
So let me throw this
Never
one out.
mind.
Then. John Cena gets escorted out the building during Raw. Says he still needs to get his, kind of comeuppance, and he's due a rematch.
That's happened Night of Champions.
So why not have it at Night of Champions, but make it a triple threat match for both titles? They can do it.
No.
They'll think about it. They will put their hands in their pocket and go, we've got nothing else. Are they really going to use Seth in 2 matches?
Yeah, because that's what Ring of Honor is doing with Jay Lethal right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the same gimmick. That one stinks too. The dirt sheets are reporting that this decision to bring back Sting and put him in a little angle here with Rollins for right now was decided last week.
I kind of question, where's the angle going? Is it to get back at Triple H? Is it because it's not justice? I mean, it doesn't make sense.
To me, the only way that this works out is that if come Monday, Sting comes out and he says, don't worry, I'm not wrestling for the title, but I am throwing my support behind this person. I'm going to bring the authority down in some way, shape, or form. I may not be able to still do it physically, but, I'm going to have these guys together, leading something towards Survivor Series.
Right.
Yeah, like he has a proxy of some kind.
Right.
To do the dirty work.
And here's the thing, as much as I like Sting, I genuinely, as much as I enjoyed seeing him, and I can say I've seen Sting, I genuinely would have preferred if the box had been lifted and it had been Kane, because at least it would have made sense. There was a reason behind it, and they could have used it. I don't like going into things without a blatant reason. They're going to make shit up the week before, and it's going to be awful again.
It is.
I mean, to me, if you're making shit up on the spot the week before, they're going to come up with some bad shit.
Paul's crying over here. Kane, no!
No, I don't want Kane either, but I'm saying I would have preferred Kane over Sting. I'll take Kane over Sting. They can retire him then. Problem
Whoa!
I would have
Yeah,
loved it
retire.
if it had been Dean Ambrose. That would have been hysterical.
I
solved. Well,
would have heard Chris Benoit at this point. Anybody but Kane. No,
they're gonna use him. You know it.
I would have
Anybody
rather
but
had a been.
Sting.
I would have rather had a been Kane's wife underneath there wanting to sell him fucking insurance. This is terrible.
Yeah, no, I agree with Chris. I think anyone but Sting. As much as I enjoyed seeing Sting, I think anyone but Sting would have been good.
Unless it's my angle, because I just thought of that in like 8 seconds and it came off pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
But we'll see. I mean, I don't see it, but
No chance. No chance am I
because
right.
you know they're not as intelligent as that.
No chance am I right.
Yeah, sad times.
Yeah.
So what's next for John Cena then? Because I don't see him doing anything other than Seth Rollins in the next pay-per-view.
That sounds really dirty.
Yeah, John Cena's doing Seth Rollins. Well done.
That's a main event in the arena. He's not getting the title back there. So I suspect that whoever interferes in that match will have an angle with Cena. But who hasn't he worked with though at this
Yeah.
point? I mean, you know, he's been everywhere unless
He's like the
not
village
working with
bicycle.
Luke Harper.
That's the only guy I can think of. He's not worked with.
He's not working with Luke Harper.
It's the only person I can think of he's not worked with.
They're not elevating him.
They're not elevating anyone. That's the problem.
Yeah. See, and I could see Luke Harper as a U.S. title holder.
He was. Or was he U.S.?
It was
Or
IC.
IC.
It was
Whatever,
IC.
they're the same
IC.
thing. They're the same thing.
No, they're not.
They're the same thing. They can only be defended in the U.S.
Yeah, okay.
because Intercontinental means, you know, inside the continent.
Why do you
USA.
ruin everything.
USA.
Hashtag Paul ruins everything.
No, see, now look at that. I broke down the Intercontinental title for you. Now you know what it means.
Because we all cared that much.
Oh dear. Did you just read what Anthony sent us
No, but I'm intrigued. What's Ant said to us?
on Messenger?
Thought I'd join for fun, but I'll fuck myself. So,
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
okay.
Ant.
Well, now then, I already know what kind of calls you're going to be getting on Rant with Ant later.
You know what I will say, right? As much as
Guess what I'm going to be talking about, Ant?
you know, coming out with this weekend, Giant Wyatt, the new guy, the Black Sheep.
Giant Wyatt.
That's all it's going to be called in my eyes.
yes.
Giant Wyatt.
Make that his name.
Giant Wyatt.
What's his
Terrible.
name?
A Braun Strowman.
That's not real.
He's from Schnitzel.
It's,
Yeah,
And who
He
is
likes
playing
those
that? I
shit,
didn't see that either.
that's his name, Braun Strowman.
Yeah, Braun
That's actually his
Strowman.
name.
come on.
Oh God.
He was
Is that?
a professional strongman, like Chris said.
Oh
yeah.
God.
He hoofs and he poofs and he blows everyone over. But that's as far as he's going to get because this guy is a monster.
Yeah, come on, do it. Do it now.
But yeah, no, I'm kind of cool with it. I just wish he'd kept the mask on, like we said.
Yeah, he has the least intimidating face I've ever seen.
I would have much rather it be a goat mask as well rather than a black sheep.
You know what, though?
I
I
can't.
kind of like that idea, though. That's a cool name, though. He's the black sheep of the Wyatt family.
Does that mean he'll be the first one to turn on Wyatt now?
I
I mean, to me, that's like
don't
the
know.
logical path. But
Didn't they already do that?
no, Harper did that. Well, in fact, no one really turned on him. They just walked the other way.
Yeah, right. They just left.
Yeah.
Boy, that stink.
Yeah.
I'm glad they color corrected that.
Color corrected it.
Sure.
Yeah, cool.
They auto corrected it.
I will say as well, this weekend, obviously, I don't want to go too much into it. There was a lot of fake tickets going around, and I do feel kind of bad for the people that got the fake tickets. Keep your mouth shut. It was an unfortunate situation, and there was like a lot of people at the arena with that actually trying to buy tickets all weekend. So anyone that did get sold tickets was getting them. So there's a scalper somewhere with a lot of cash.
Yeah, what a jerk.
You drink your water, sir. You know, for me, this was probably the best SummerSlam in a long time. The last two haven't been that great. Last
The
year
last
was
two
okay.
sucked.
I loved last year. That was
Brock.
when Brock did 87 German suplexes.
Yeah.
Loved it. The year before, what was that? That was Bryan and Cena
And Brock and Punk.
and Brock and Punk. That's
Yeah,
those
but
are
the show itself wasn't that great. Two good matches don't save a show.
you tell that to NXT fans, motherfucker. Oh, winner.
Speaking of NXT, watch tonight. Watch the pop that Enzo and Cass are going to get.
They're
They're going to get that pop because I was there and I was the loud one.
well. Hopefully, they're going to tone it down for TV.
I hope not because it was really loud.
They stink.
You stink. Go shower and smell you from here.
Yeah, it's true.
I happen to like them.
Yeah. Huh?
So
Wow, it's
here's
nice
my,
to know that I'm the only one with good taste on here.
Good.
so here's
taste.
my rebuttal to the fact that you don't like them. Shoot.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Boo! Feel better? Better?
Don't eat those at work again. That's
Yeah,
not a good thing.
Not better. Where's Lammy at?
Yeah. Do you know what? My heat of the week is no Chris Lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. I know I have a Fart Studio app on my iPad.
Yeah, I know you were all prepared for him and everything.
You know, he's been
I
missing. He's been missing since Podcast Orgy.
And what have you done with him? In
Word.
fact,
I've
and
got
did
them
scare
tied
him
up
off?
in my basement.
Wow. Okay, that was okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Send help.
No, he's enjoying it.
You know what? I don't. Chris Lamb doesn't seem to be the type of person that enjoys anything.
It's true.
Chris
That is
is
very
not
true.
enjoying things.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now that we have to hold on here. We have some breaking news here. Mr. Anthony DeStefano says, "No, don't watch NXT. Watch Rant with Ant. Fuck promoting competition." So yes, folks, Rant with Ant. That's going to be on at 8:00 tonight, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's so lonely.
And he's going to be, and I'm sure that we're going to be tweeting out the number later, right? Because it's going to be
we will send out all the tweets.
yeah, it's going to be a proper call-in show, and so yeah, just keep an eye out, and we'll be talking about all that stuff.
Who doesn't love a relative call-in show? Speaking of call-ins, if anyone's got any messages or questions they would like to ask us about this weekend shows, send them into @Y2Stump because my phone's off the Wi-Fi. I'm assuming we've had a lot of messages come in anyway because Mr. Paul here is awfully busy. Yeah, Mr.
What?
Paul.
What'd I do? Sorry, I was talking to the person that's not next to me.
The person that's not next to you.
Yeah.
That's some good bluffing there, Paul.
Yep.
What was I going to say? If you do watch Rant with Ant, don't forget you can get that pop that I was talking about when you watch it on the network. So you can watch Rant with Ant and watch NXT, and don't forget that. Which, that's if you pay for the network. I know there's still people out there like Phoenix who aren't paying for it. Like, to me, that's crazy. I don't understand why you wouldn't pay for the subscription.
Because he has to buy masks.
I mean, do you not think $9.99 is good? Krista's struggling up there. You've only got the channel, don't you, Krista?
We do, and it's like $12.99.
It's
Or
terrible.
$11.99 or whatever.
What's that in real money?
Ha 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 ha.
Hey, when you want to put it into real money, I'm paying like $20 for
Yeah.
my network subscription a month.
It's not real money.
Yep.
Now that
Actually, yeah, you are.
now that
No,
our
you're not correct. Actually, no, you're not correct.
What has it gone down again? It's like 1.5 to every pound.
No, try the opposite way around.
Yeah, we don't pay it in dollars. We pay it in pounds. We pay
No,
£9.89.
You pay
So-
$9.99, so you're probably paying $5.
No,
It's not
we pay $20. It's the other way around. For every pound you give, you get $1.50.
Really? Because when I went to the UK, it was $2 Canadian for every British pound.
Yeah, no, just flew here. Just found out.
Wow.
It's $2 for a pound, basically.
they fucking ripped you off.
Yeah, we did. I paid
Yeah.
$13 for a Jack and Coke. I got ripped off.
He said, "Hold on, she's a nice Canadian. We're gonna rip her off."
You can pay $13.50 for a Jack and Coke. Shit, you got ripped off wherever you go.
I was in the passport. I was in the airport.
Yeah, he
I
was
was in the passport.
He was hiding in
That's-
his big, gigantic passport. You should see the fucking size of his passport. He was in it. Fucking huge,
Thanks, Paul.
gigantic.
What were you going to say anyway? You were going to say something before me and Krista started talking pounds.
Words. Oh yeah. Now that someone that used to be associated with our show, Skeletor, someone who we don't value their opinion one bit, He said that NXT's been shit anyway lately. So
I would agree. The shows have been pretty bad.
yeah, week to week they stink. But you try telling that to Twitter and the internet wrestling community.
The internet wrestling community is stupid. We're part of it, but they are stupid.
Now that our good buddy Jeremy, though, he says, I have a feeling this Wyatt family versus Ambrose and Reigns feud will last until Survivor Series. Good point. Now then, this is something that we were talking about earlier. Now then, who is going to help out what's his face and the other guy to combat the Wyatts?
I'm gonna say no one. I think they're gonna ask around and they're gonna make it seem like people are afraid of Giant Wyatt.
Giant Wyatt.
They're gonna make it seem like he's too intimidating and no one will want to help them. So it'll be a handicap match.
Yeah, come on, do it.
Yeah, it'll be a handicap match. I can't see anyone helping.
Big Show.
Oh
No.
God, not Big Show. I could
Big
see
Show.
Kane. Actually, I
Um,
could see, if he's kind of on the outs, I could see Rowan helping
Yeah, that was the other one I thought, but I don't see it.
because
and
he's not with the Wyatts, but Harper is, isn't he? Did I
Yes.
watch that correctly?
But to follow up, though, Jeremy also says, I also think that would be the perfect time to turn Ambrose or Reigns heel since they debuted at Survivor Series 3 years ago. Good point. Now then, leading up to SummerSlam, I've been kind of preaching that, Dean Ambrose, he's going to be turning. That was before I realized, what the crowd was going to be. And if he turned in the environment, he would get cheered. So, that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, great point. Do we have any idea what city Survivor?
Survivor Series. So it's just
Yeah.
in Night of Champions is Texas.
Yeah.
So Survivor Series.
Somewhere.
Texas isn't a city.
No, I know, but it's in Texas. I just don't know which city it's in
There it
Texas.
is. Texas City,
Survivor
Texas.
Series?
Survivor Series, I don't know. Someone would have to check.
Texas City,
I will.
Texas.
This is Lammy's job. Where is he?
Yeah.
We did invite him.
Yeah. He's lost. Look at
This
that.
is what happens when I come to America. We
Yeah.
just leave him
Oh,
behind.
spectacular. You put in Survivor and that stupid, crappy reality show.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I love searching stuff like that. And poor Ant's lonely.
Poor Anthony. People, make sure that you guys call in.
He's told us he's lonely.
Call in to Rant with
Also
that.
lonely.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna.
guys aren't even close. It's in Atlanta.
I was told. Wait, Survivor Series.
Survivor Series is
Yeah,
in
no, I
Atlanta.
was saying Night of Champions was in Texas.
Yeah.
That's a good town then to be able to do that. I mean, they're not a wrestle heavy crowd anymore. I mean, that's where my favorite promotion used to be.
Go on, tell us all about
Crockett.
it. Get Majestic.
They're not there anymore.
Go on.
But speaking of which,
Nostalgic, not majestic.
He can also be Majestic if he chooses.
I'm both. But now that they have added more nitros to the network, the ones that I need to bring back the Nitro cast. Who knows? Maybe that'll happen eventually.
Check you self-promoting. Well done.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
good
in
plug.
Houston.
That's in Houston.
Houston.
Right. I know we spoke about Dean turning. I don't see it happening soon. I would like to see it happen, but I don't see it happening anymore.
The problem is that he's got a movie coming out. So that kind of
That's out this month, though, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't watch movies.
So I mean, once that's out, they can always take it away from there, and not have to worry about it too much. But obviously, with Roman, I think a lot of people want him to turn heel as well. If they turn him heel, he's still going to get booed.
That's kind of the point of turning heel.
No, but not in the good way. Like, the fans that are booing him currently will still boo him, even if he turns heel.
You know what? I'm so glad that Lammy isn't on here right now because he would have let off the show with that probably. That, he needs to turn heel because he has no character. He has no character. You know what? Doesn't need a fucking character. He's a badass. It's
He
going to
does
come
have
in
a
there.
character. He's Dean Ambrose's best friend.
Yeah, he comes in there. No, Dean Ambrose is Roman's best friend.
Nah, it's the other way around.
No.
Not in smart cities.
No, we know how this works. He comes in there and he punches people in the face and then he leaves. That's what he does. He's a cocky babyface badass and he's wonderful at it.
Ooh.
I think Jeremy L says I think Samoa Joe should align with Ambrose and Reigns. Only
No.
problem with that is that I don't see Joe going past NXT at this point. I mean, he seems to be like a Tyler Breeze. He's the gatekeeper down there, and that's what you need. Is that you need guys that young guys have to prove themselves to. It's called the gatekeeper role, and I really think that that's where he's at. He's too beat up at this stage to really be able to go, and it's unfortunate that he wasted so many years in TNA doing fuck all.
Yeah, like being stolen by ninjas.
I kind of like that.
Yeah,
No,
that
it was awful. You
bizarre.
terrible person.
I kind of like that.
How could you like Joe being stolen by ninjas?
I like it in a wrestle crap type of way.
See the what?
Oh, that was kind of funny.
Headbutt it.
There's like 3 of them. Pick one.
Oh no.
4 of them. 5.
I don't think Joe would probably come up and help. Like they said, I think Joe's probably going to stay in NXT at least for the next year.
Are they called screwdrivers over where you're from?
Yeah, what are they called here?
That's screwdrivers.
Well, it's a nice try. Yeah,
Just making sure.
thanks, Paul.
You guys have funny names for things.
Yeah, I don't see Joe leaving NXT though for at least the next year. I'm going to stay on topic. I don't see Joe leaving NXT for the next year. Tyler
I don't
Breeze's
either.
Yeah, there are 2 guys that are going to stay there. If anyone's going to come up and help, and I hate saying this.
No, you say Baron Corbin.
No, I wasn't. But cool.
Didn't I say that the other day?
I was going to say the other big brute, the guy that's in the photo with Finn Balor that I posted.
Paul Dempsey.
No, God, no. The guy that looks
Oh,
like
God, no.
Mr. Hyde. He looks like Mr. Hyde from Van Helsing, which is very unusual.
Hugh Jackman?
No, the other guy. Let's see if I've still got it here. I don't know if you guys can see this. That guy. He's a monster. He's horrible. Look at that. He's the only person that's even possible to come up and help. And that's why no one's going to help. Look at him. Look at this guy.
Ugh.
He is a legit huge monster, but he is awful.
Oh.
Do you see what I mean, though? He looks like Mr. Hyde from Van
Oh
Helsing.
my God! I absolutely loved Tiny in the Devil's Rejects. He was great in that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's who he is. He's Tiny from the Devil's Rejects.
Oh, that's rude, you two.
I thought he passed away.
He did.
No, this guy's an actual wrestler, though. Yeah, I don't know who he is.
he's a strong man as well.
He's
Same
a-
as Braun.
Yeah, he's strong, man. Look at my hands. Yeah.
I would like to see someone come up and help them, but I don't think there's anyone on the same kind of monstrous size, other than Big Show, that could help them. I don't
Well,
want to see
that's
Big
why I
Show do
said
it.
Rowan, because he's another big man that you could potentially put in there.
But you see, I think Rowan's injured and out until at least the end of November.
What about Ryback?
Yeah,
Oh,
helping
no,
what,
yuck.
against Giant Wyatt?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No, he's
Oh,
busy with
not
his
one of
own
your
problems
better
in Big Show.
ones.
I like Ryback.
Yeah, let's leave Ryback and Show alone. Like, they can stay over to the side. And then you go, we could fill that role, and we'll go, no, you can't.
Yeah, but it's a better idea than like what they would do because they'll put like Neville in
Oh
there.
God, they will. It'll be someone tiny.
Yeah.
The only person that would cause genuine shock value would be Daniel Bryan.
Spike Dudley.
No, he's joining the Dudleys, if anything.
I can't wait for that to happen. Yeah, you know what? I want that to happen against New Day because he's got to come out and he's got to take out Xavier Woods.
I'm okay with that, but
That would be
I
awesome.
don't see it, but I would like it
Why not? He's not doing
because he's a
nothing.
firefighter now.
So
He's not coming
Who
back.
is?
Spike Dudley. Spike Dudley
Oh,
is
yeah.
a firefighter.
I'm sure he could find someone to cover his shift.
Whatever, Paul.
Oh, apparently Rowan is out till December. Thanks, Rusev.
Yeah, thanks, Rusev. Rusev crushed.
I don't know who could really replace him though.
D-Bry is waiting for WWE's doctors to clear him.
You know, which is
Thanks, Ben.
weird. Which is weird because he's already been cleared by other neurologists. I mean, he's ready to go. But yeah, it's WWE is not willing to. Yeah, you know what? I would love it because I mean that guy can work with anybody except for he's like a vegan. So,
Yeah, well, he's
No,
not
he
anymore.
stopped being a vegan.
but he eats meat now,
Yeah, he's been eating
Yeah.
meat for like the last 3 years now.
has he?
Yeah,
How do you
He's found
swallow
it.
the meat.
He's just found it too hard to continue to be a vegan on the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's eating the sausage.
Yeah, I think Daniel Bryan would be a good name though to throw in because obviously it'd be a surprise. People wouldn't see it coming. He's got an issue with Wyatt from before anyway.
Did
Why
you
not bring
really
him in?
just say have him eat the sausage?
Yeah. Swallow it whole.
Yeah.
God.
This was a bad idea for me and Paul to be on the same show in the same place. wasn't it?
No, this is a first of many because we'll probably just do shows about nothing.
Could you imagine this had just been like podcast orgy? This would be awful.
It would have been. What, you would have stayed awake.
I would have stayed awake because I would have had less jet lag.
All right. Now that speaking of
I
podcast,
feel sorry for your wife, Paul.
no, you don't. She's right here next to me.
She's enjoying the show.
Yeah.
Oh, there we
Say
go.
hi.
Hiding beneath the
Still
bar.
feel
There we
sorry.
go.
I still feel bad for you.
Yeah, and she says she feels bad.
I think it's funny.
Okay.
Oh,
Um,
good.
Now that speaking of podcast orgy, though, what song were you singing with, your flatmate?
That would be private business, my friend. Ooh,
Kinky.
what
I've
about?
never heard that song before.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a song, and there was no singing. I was just too tired.
What about Cesaro? I think he's still busy with
Big KO.
Yeah, with Kevin Owens.
Could we see Kevin Owens be a nice guy? Damn it, Whitney.
Tell Braveheart he's wrong. Spike Dudley's a financial planner. Scotty Too Hottie is a firefighter. Thank
What?
you, Whitney.
Why do you know about the vanilla midgets? Why?
It's her hobby.
Her hobby is to find vanilla midgets?
Yep, and at least she called you by the correct name.
Then why is she talking to me? I'm the opposite of a vanilla midget.
Yeah, but you're Braveheart.
Like you are
Freedom.
Braveheart.
Yep. I can tell you right now that underneath his desk he's wearing a kilt.
No underwear. Just swishing my balls.
Yep.
Careful with the chafing.
Oh, there's no chafing. I'm just swishing my balls. It's breezy.
Yeah, you
Well, if
can't
well,
chafe
if
when
you
you're not
think
wearing
about
nothing.
it, there you go. Everywhere you go, you have a pot scrubber.
Yeah, everywhere we go.
You say a pot scrubber?
Yeah, she did. I'll work with it. It's fine.
No, I'm contemplating it. I'm thinking about it. You know what? I'll allow it. I like it. Pot scrubber. Good.
I wish there was like a top 10 wrestlers in kilts, but there's not. There's just Raven and Roddy. Oh, and Mosh and Thrasher. There we go. There's 4.
Wow, that's a
That's a big list. Time to step up my game.
big list. Yeah.
Send me in his Braveheart
Yeah.
on Oni's horse.
I know he's hers. We're waiting for the picture. It's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, we'll get a picture of me on a horse.
And, yeah.
Doing your
Whitney,
Sean
she-
Connery and what do you
I'm
call
not
it?
doing Sean
your
Connery.
Sean Connery impression.
Yeah, Whitney, she lives to tell Craig that he's wrong. So that's her hobby.
I'm glad that I take so much of your time that you live to tell me things.
Yep.
I'm touched, blessed even.
Yep. Taking selfies, doing eye makeup, and telling Craig he's wrong. Those are, and knowing about vanilla midgets. Those are Whitney's.
That's
4
pretty
hobbies.
much like what everyone's hobbies are.
Those are her
Just
4
telling
hobbies.
Craig he's wrong and doing eye makeup. It's
Yep.
all good.
And hold on, what about a duck pic?
It's all good.
Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, he was going to join us, but yeah, he's having computer problems. So he's got a Y2J problem.
Y2J. He's another guy I don't want to see back. I'm sick of him.
Is he supposed to be back?
Yeah, he's doing live shows again.
Is he?
Yeah.
You know what? I liked his match with Neville.
Well, he's been working with Owens on live shows.
I don't like that idea.
Yeah, no, me either.
He's one of those ones, like I love Y2J, I really do, but should I get off the pot? You're either a full-time wrestler or you're a full-time podcaster and a frontman for Fozzy. Like
Right,
this
that-
whole in and out of the shoe thing is really annoying.
Yeah, but at least he's staying off TV. So, I think he's just
Yes.
doing it for. I think he's just doing it for fun, which is, better than him taking up TV time. Now then, Cade, the man of mystery himself, Cade Carnage. What do you really do, Cade? What do you do for a living?
I know.
He said hashtag duck.
Me
pic.
too.
So apparently, folks, if you guys have pictures of ducks, send them with hashtag duck pic to Cade.
Pick with no K. Pick
yeah.
with no K.
Did
Yeah.
you say duck or dick?
Oh,
Duck.
Duck. Yeah. Quack,
Okay.
quack.
Yep, he said that was supposed to be dick, but I'll stick with duck.
Yeah, shucky, ducky, quack, quack, and
Yep.
all that.
So go ahead, folks. Send your duck pics.
Speaking of shucky ducky quack quack, like I said, Booker T is the only one that can get away with a man bun.
Yeah, can we all stop this wrestling man bun thing? This is very frustrating. There's a couple of looks in wrestling just now that really bug me, like man bun,
Mhm.
male model,
Mhm.
and Motley Crue. Like when you look like Michael Starr from Steel Panther and you're not having lots of women surround you because it's PG, it's pointless. Although I will say Ziggler in tights looks better than Ziggler in pants or in underwear. Sorry, pants or trousers here.
Beards beat buns. There we go.
Hashtag
Yeah, it's like rock paper scissors.
That is our next T-shirt.
But beards beat buns.
And then for women, we can have boobs beat beards.
No, nothing.
And some fat men can wear
No,
that too
no.
if they choose.
Nothing beats beards.
Yes, boobs beat beards.
Yeah, there we go. See, that's a T-shirt.
There's a man with a beard. Nothing beats beard.
Nah, I got stubble.
Yeah, don't worry. You're not allowed to shave while you're here.
I can deal with that.
Those are rules.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Challenge accepted.
Yeah, those are rules.
Yeah, you've laid this
Oh,
down
God,
now.
he's going to look like Grizzly Adams.
Hey,
6'5", and he's going to have a beard to match.
That's a good look.
who or what is Grizzly Adams?
No, don't worry about it.
Cool.
You've never heard
like,
of Grizzly Adams?
No, of course he hasn't. They haven't got that show yet over there.
We just got Stevie Wonder.
See?
No,
They just got
Grizzly
Stevie
Adams
Wonder. And they're so far behind, it was when he could see.
and he wasn't going.
Oh.
It was when he could see.
What's Black and Screams? Stevie Wonder answering the iron.
All right, folks.
Oh.
This has been the last episode of Lowdown.
Yeah, good
Before
times.
Craig
Good
gets
times.
taken away for...
Yep.
I was an unfair joke. There was nothing bad about it.
It was fun while it lasted. Join me because I'll be the newest member of the Wrestle Addict. Where you can catch us every Thursday at 8. It'll be myself,
Craig.
Rod, Phoenix, and Oni.
See that pink tone I was telling you about? It would work now. Oh yeah. Little bit of an update. We were told earlier today Brock Lesnar will face Bo Dallas on the October 3rd special in Madison Square Garden.
Yes, thank you, Jeremy, our man on the streets.
Bo will die a terrible, terrible death.
Yes.
So will the internet wrestling community from boredom.
No, you know what, though? That'll be fun because it's going to be MSG, house show televised. It's a hot crowd. You know, they're going to be counting along with all those suplexes. It'll be fun. I mean, you know, we'll set an over/under for how many suplexes we think Bo's going to take once it gets a little closer.
Yeah, but that
We
just
should-
doesn't make sense to have Brock Lesnar face off against Bo Dallas.
It does if you watch Raw.
Yeah.
See that? Watch Raw.
Ugh.
Yeah. Huh? Don't sigh about it. You gotta watch Raw.
Yes, it still doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but Heyman said that Brock Bo leaves. He's a Bo leaver. So this could lead somewhere.
It just seems like a waste of an appearance.
I will say I would like to see a different style of suplex. Like, mix it up a bit. You can be suplexing everyone. Just do a different suplex.
You know, that's a good idea. I'll run that by Paul Heyman.
Please do. All you Pauls are connected, right?
Yeah, we can all communicate through telepathy. We're all telepathetic.
No one read his mind between 4 and 5. That's Paul's time.
That's Paul's time. That's man time. No, you know what? I bet you that's what everybody does. That's why I'm always fucking sleepy between 4 and 5. It's a conspiracy, and I figured it out. That is where Triple H is stealing all of our ideas that we're coming up with, because he's reading my mind between 4 and 5.
That makes perfect sense.
This does.
Perfect sense.
You
My
gotta
love
stop
wasn't a
napping
good
between
job.
4 and 5.
What was that, Krista?
You gotta stop napping between 4 and 5.
I can't help it.
Oh,
And
I'm
do you
sure
wa-
you can.
It's like my body shuts down.
Let's just send him another invite because we can. He's got 10 minutes to join, say one thing, and then we're going to end the show because that's how I
Yeah.
roll with that. Yeah, there he goes. He got an invite.
Yeah. Life doesn't
Better
make
hurry
sense.
up, Aunt.
I know it doesn't make sense. You're telling me, man. I just figured out that Paul Levesque is stealing my ideas because we share a fucking name.
Paul Anka is stealing all your ideas.
Paul Anka.
That guy too.
You were a musical genius till then. I get it.
It's true.
Coming out of Raw this week, obviously we saw Sting and Seth. Do we see Sting next week on Raw?
No.
You know, I would like for the show to start off with him. We got an update. Rant Within is live at 8 p.m. Call in. And there's a number which we will retweet because, you know, I'm not going to say the numbers over.
323-521-9363.
There we go. Yeah, we'll retweet that, multiple times. And, you may get to hear two people that roughly sound kind of like us on that show.
Yeah.
There's a good chance.
When you come from the north, it's very difficult to get by.
Yes.
Seth Rollins is the best worker in the company. Thanks, Aunt.
I'm probably actually maybe at the minute. He's one of the best at least.
Okay, he's not coming on. The best worker in the company. You know what?
Cena.
Yeah, Sasha Banks.
Ugh.
Cesaro.
Yeah, Cesaro's good. I don't know his best worker. I think he's improved greatly. Charisma, anyway.
Yep.
So, I mean, I like Cesaro. We go giving Cesaro section signs, and we never use them because no one would see them where we are.
Right. Because you were in the Cesaro section.
I was in the Cesaro section.
You were like in the Zack Ryder section, so it's okay.
No, they all hate
Zack
him.
Ryder, who's now on what?
He's on NXT.
NXT.
Yep, you can see him tonight. I need to stop promoting this.
Yeah, no, you can't see him tonight because you'll be watching right with Ant. That's where everyone will be.
Just keep sucking his dick. Cool.
God, we're gonna be rocking out with our cocks out on there, helping them out.
Don't quote him. Ugh. The worst.
I took some liberties with it. Yeah.
Okay, so don't forget you can get Rant with Ant tonight. Tomorrow night you got the Wrestle Addicts and the Ringside Ramblers.
Mm-hmm. Possibly us.
Possibly us as well.
Probably us.
Yeah, we'll find a reason.
Yeah, we can't waste these opportunities.
Nope.
Yeah.
Buddy cop movie. We're gonna film it on Google.
We may start throwing out ideas for tomorrow. But just saying. Now then, go send your good wishes, your well wishes over to Drea. The show's on a bit of a hiatus right now, but yeah, go over there and send her your well wishes. Tell her hey.
Yeah, I mean those guys will be back as soon as they can as well. Before we go, I have to. Apparently, Cesaro doesn't connect because he's too Swiss.
Yeah. What you don't know, there, Mr. DeStefano, is that my wife is from Swiss descent, so she takes awful large exception with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, look at that.
That
This is
could
the
have
face.
been executed better
This is
there,
the face
Paul.
of sadness and upset.
Mm-hmm.
Look, she's so upset.
Yeah. He connects. Maybe.
Kind of.
If he doesn't connect, it has nothing to do with being Swiss. It's because he's the transporter.
Hey, look, we can finally see you.
Nah.
Move the screen.
Got a big microphone in front of me.
No, we're not moving the microphone. You can hide behind the ball. Okay, guys, don't forget you can get everything that we do on levelsofwrestling.podbean.com. Head over there. You hear us, the Ringside Ramblers, Just Saying, Mind of Carnage, and Wrestle Addicts. Tonight as well, 8 o'clock, you can hear Rant with Ant. Phone into the number that we said to give him all your questions. Rant as well. I mean, you guys are free to do that on his show, which is like the bonus part of it. We were joined tonight by Krista. Chris Lamb is somewhere dying, probably. We haven't heard from him in a while. Chris, get in touch. Don't do a Rensis. Don't go to jail.
He's building an altar to Finn Balor.
Just the demon wings.
Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn.
Don't worry, that's
The altar
coming.
to Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn's main roster push. Don't forget as well, you can send in your duck pics to Mind of Carnage using hashtag duckpic. No
Duck
K.
pick.
No K. And of course, you can probably catch us here tomorrow night as well, myself and Paul. Head over to tpublic.com/user/levels of wrestling to pick up a t-shirt. Because you help us, we help the little family, and everyone gets better promotion out of it. Hey.
And you get to wear a good looking the sweatshirt. Hold on. Speaking of which,
Good look.
ta-da!
It looks awesome, right?
Yeah.
Buy
green,
one.
Yeah, green is a good color for it. Just
Buy
saying.
one.
Just saying.
Krista, you got anything you want to say before we sign off?
No, not really.
Pot scrubber.
No. I've already made that joke. You can't redo it.
Pot scrubber.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Send in your images of pot scrubbers, attached and unattached, to Craig
Pot scrubber.
Leveler
I don't want to
at
see that.
Leveler LOW on Twitter. He
That's
will
funny.
love to get those pot scrubber pics.
Yeah, like actual like pot scrubbers.
Please, because oh my god, why has he appeared?
Hold on. What do we got here? We got to run in before we're leaving?
What up?
What do you want, Dick? Look,
What up, handsome?
Hey, everyone, come watch my fucking show at 8 p.m.
I can't believe he did that just at the end. Why would you do that?
Perfect.
Cause I connect.
You got
Later.
anything you want to say before we leave?
He connects.
And next.
And
Go
then he disconnected.
He did that on purpose. Go watch Round with Ant at 8. That was possibly the best running we've had.
That was fantastic. We can't top
I'll
that.
tell you something. I'm going to go home and charge up my phone just so I can phone him.
You should. And please don't rant about us. That would be great. Guys, we've been the Levels of Wrestling. We've been the Wednesday Night Delight. This is Lowdown. We will see you again probably tomorrow. Bye for now.